Welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 7. This is the second video, and it won't take all that long. We had to stop kind of abruptly after the first video, and we're just picking up where we left off. All right, we're going to solve quadratics by graphing on the calculator. All right, and where we left off at was if you see the word solutions or zeros or roots, it is all the same thing, including x-intercepts, which means if I have a parabola and it crosses the x-axis, wherever it crosses the x-axis, those are my answers. All right? And we started to look at an example right here. Okay, if I have blue, if I have this equation here, all right, I still want to set it equal to 0, always. So I subtract 15 from both sides, and I end up with 2x squared plus 7x minus 15 equals 0. And if I go to the calculator in y1, if I hit the y equals button, I want to put that exact same expression right here. Notice I don't want to put equals 0 there. I just want to put everything here. I don't want the equals 0. I don't need to write this in the calculator. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that out here. I hit y equals 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. Now, if I look at that graph, I'm going to see that it crosses my x-axis at 2 points. You're going to see that I have the same thing right here. Okay? And I know we can go to the table, and we can look to see where y equals 0 and see what my x values are. And sometimes you can actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's -5. I get it. Sometimes it's nice. But a lot of the times, like you'll notice right here, it's between 1 and 2. Is it 1.5? Is it 1.3? Is it 1.48? I don't know. But the good thing is we can get the calculator to give us our exact value that we're looking for, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that. So it says we need to use the 0 option in the calc features. In order to do that, you need to hit second, trace, and then number 2. That's where the calc feature is, okay? So if you want to jot that note down, go ahead. So I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to hit second, trace, because above trace in blue, you will see right here above trace in blue, it says calc. And then I'm going to pick number 2. It says 0. I can hit the number 2, or I can scroll down. Enter. We want the 0 function, all right, which is number 2. Now, you need to make a little bow tie. What we're ultimately going to do here is, and I'm going to, so I can write on this without ruining things, I am going to pick this 0 right here first. I'm going to find out what that is. But I need to give the calculator an interval. I need to pick a point to the left of it and a point to the right of it. And I'm going to have the calculator look in between this interval I give it to find my 0. You'll notice right off the bat, the calculator says, and it's with a question mark, it's asking you, what's my left bound? So I need to put my little spider dude, okay? My little spider dude is currently on this graph somewhere. You can't see it. Right now, my spider dude is at 0, -15. If I were to continue this graph, it would come all the way down here, all right? Oh, let's see if that connects. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right? It would come all the way up here like this. My spider dude is at 0, -15 down here. Okay? Now I need to move that dude to the left and get him going, and I will show you. Let me erase all this poop. And you'll notice as I move left, these values are going to start to change. Okay? As I move left, aren't I going to go negative on the x-axis? And as I move left, I might go down, then I might come back up. So this might go down further negative, but come back up. So I'm going to start hitting the left. Okay, see this? X is getting further and further negative. Y is going down even further. Okay, and now Y is coming back up as X gets even further negative. So now I'm coming like back up this way. All right, and there's my spider dude. There he is. Now, what is left of this? Right now, where my spider dude is, if I go straight up, that is currently slightly right of my 0. I want my spider dude somewhere here, so it will be slightly left. Okay, so I've got to be above and to the left. And this will switch when I do the other 0. So let me go here. Now if I hit enter, it's going to put a little arrow right here. This just popped up that wasn't there. Okay, so right now I just marked my left interval with this arrow right here that filled in. Okay, and now look what happened once I hit enter. Because once I got my little spider dude where I wanted him, I hit enter. This immediately said, okay, I've got my left bound. Now what's my right bound? So now I've got to go right of my 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my little spider dude probably back here. So now I'll be right of my 0. Okay, and I'll hit enter. Boom. So I'm going to hit the right key right there. Okay, now if I go straight up, boom, that's going to be right of my 0. And I'm going to hit enter. It put another arrow there. I now have established my interval in between where I want the calculator to find my 0. So there. Now, it's telling you, here's my left bound, here's my right bound. I want the calculator to search in between this area for my point. Okay? Now, I tell students, you need to create a bow tie. See this? It's a bow tie, isn't it? If my two arrows pointed away from each other, and I tried to have the calculator guess, okay, I would get an error. And then if you get an error, you just do it again thinking that, okay, I switched up my left and right bound. So I want to call your attention to the bottom here again. Look what happened once I hit enter to establish my right bound. The calculator's asking, okay, well, now you want me to guess what it is? Yes. That's why we're doing this whole process. So I hit enter one more time, and my answer is -5. That's one of my 0s. And I'm going to do the same thing all over again to find this 0, because I have 2 of them. So let's do that. And I'm going to walk you through it right now. And I got to do this whole process all over again from the beginning. Second, trace, because I want the calc menu in blue. And I'm going to pick number 2, which is the 0 function. Now, this is still here. I need to move right, so he slides all the way. Oh. So he slides all the way back down, comes all the way back up. And you can keep track of where he might be on by the x's here. My x has to be between 1 and 2, right? So I'm going to have to keep on going until this x value is close to 1 and 2. So here we go. You can see my x value is going less and less negative because it's going this way. All right. -2. -1. Okay, I'm in positive. Now I keep on going. There he is. All right. I need the left bound. Right now, my spider dude is currently just left of where my 0 is. Here's my 0. That's kind of a bad one. We'll do red. Here's my 0. Right now, if I hit enter, That spot is just left of where my 0 is. So that's a good one. So I'm going to hit enter right there. By the way, I'm going to hit enter right here. That's still left. It's further left. I can move. That's further left. I can hit enter here. It doesn't matter as long as I'm left. So I'm going to hit enter. Bang. It put the left part of my interval right here. And this changed to say right bound, question mark? Yes. So let's go somewhere to the right. That's to the right, because if I draw a line down, I'm to the right of my point. Now, I could be there. I could be here. This is to the right. I could be here. That is definitely to the right. I could be off the screen. I'm still to the right. But that's tough to see. Don't be off the screen. So I'll put this point right here. Once I hit enter, I'm telling it, okay, this is my right interval. Okay? So I hit enter. There's the bow tie. Okay? You're good. Calculator saying, do you want me to guess? Faux show. Bam. Hit enter one more time. My second 0 is 1.5. And that's exactly what we have in the notes here. 1.5. All right? So, now that you kind of, have been reintroduced to this, let's try a couple problems on your own. I'm about to do them right now. So if you want to do them on your own, go ahead and do them. Hit pause, because I'm about to do them myself. I'm going to close this down, and here we go. Okay. I've got to go to y equals, and I should note this is already equal to 0. So I'm good. So I'm just going to type this part in right here. I'm going to say x squared plus 2x minus 24. And I'm going to take a look at this graph. All right, here are my 2 points. Here's my 1, 0, or x-intercept. Here's my other 0, or x-intercept, or root, or solution. It all means the same thing. So, second, trace. So I can get my calc menu. I want number 2, which is my 0. And let's start with the left bound. I don't know why. I always work left to right. There we go. I'm going to be left, so I hit enter. I'm going to go down. So now that I'm right, and I'm going to hit enter. There's my bow tie. So I hit enter one more time. One of my answers is -6. There we go. One of our answers is -6 right there. We've got to do this all over again for the right side. So I hit second, trace. I pick choice 2. And I now want my left bound. So now, and I can hold this down and see how it moves faster. That's a lot nicer. But somehow when I touch it on the smartboard, it brings up this toggle menu. I can't stand the update. It drives me crazy. Anyways, I am left of what the 0 is right here. I'm just left of it. I hit enter. I got to go right. That's definitely right of it. Okay, if I want to go even here, okay, that's definitely right of my 0. And enter. There's my bow tie. Enter again. The second one is 4. That's how quickly you can do this. I could have factored and solved and got the same answer, okay? But on the final, if they wanted you to solve, get the roots or solutions to this, and it's multiple choice, you don't have to show your work for multiple choice. So just use the calculator to get your 2 answers. X is -6. X is 4. All right, let's try this one on the right. Before I even enter that into the calculator, something should go off because this is not equal to 0. I need to subtract 11 from both sides. So I have 2x squared minus x minus 11 equals 0. This is what I'm going to put into my calculator. And we're going to do it all over again. This time I'm going to do it with a little bit less explaining and more just using the calculator. Y equals, that is 2x squared minus x minus 11. Graph it. There are my 2 points. And this one is more like what you might see. They're not exact. Second trace, I want the 0. I got to go left, enter, right, enter. There's my bow tie, so I know it's good. Hit enter. There's my first 0. If I were to round to the hundredths place, it would be negative 2.11. Okay. Now I need to do my right solution, or 0. All right, here we go. I'm left. I need to go right. Boom, there's my bow tie. Enter. There's my next one. Golly. So I do this. And if I had to write my solution, okay, and they said to round to the nearest hundredth, negative 2.11 and 2.61. That would be my solution. Of course, I would say x equals for this one. And of course, here it's nice and even. X would equal negative 6 and 4. As you can see, some of these problems took us a long time to factor and solve. But if you use your calculator, man, and you get good at it, it won't take you that much time at all. Adios.